Hey guys, it's Rebecca from Mama Bear Custom Wreaths, and welcome to my channel, Mama Bear Custom Wreaths, where I make wreaths and home decor, and I show you how I do it all. So today we're going to be doing a Mardi Gras swag. So swags are basically like wreath, which are, the typical circles, except they are elongated. They're long. They go up and down. And I have found that they are pretty expensive to purchase because the base that you build everything on, those are really costly. So I found a way to make a beautiful swag that's full, and you can put a lot of the same things that you can on a expensive swag base, but we're gonna do it on a painter stick. That's right, this little baby is going to give us a full long Mardi Gras swag. So let's get started. Before we do, if you have not hit the subscribe button, please do so you guys can catch any new videos that I post. Okay, so I was on my Facebook page and I was cutting the material there. And then I decided to come here on YouTube to actually do the tutorial here with you. So let's run through the material. I have a 21-inch painter stick, and you can get this from your local hardware store. I chose these ribbons. Look how cute this is. It has a purple little like tin foil, I guess, at the edge. It's really cute. The Mardi Gras mask. We're gonna be doing Mardi Gras mask on our Mardi Gras wreath. This cute foil ribbon, and I have this green ribbon, and I don't have very much left of this ribbon, but look how cute this is itself. Okay, so I have that. We're going to be using some Chanel stems. Oh, I don't know where I got these. I just found them in my stash. So these are tinfoil Chanel stems in Mardi Gras colors. I'm also going to be using this 4-inch ribbon. I can't pronounce these, so I'm not going to try. I have these little embellishments. These are the ones I think I'm going to use. So I'm going to make a list at the end of what I use. I may add some more stuff, take away some stuff, but this is what I intend to use. So I have these Mardi Gras masks. They're cute. So I have these 3, and of course hot glue gun, scissors. I have a cutting mat. You don't need one. You just need something to measure with. I have rotary cutters. You don't need one. You can use scissors. And we're also going to be using 3 10-inch meshes in purple, in gold, and in green. So I've already cut my material so that I don't waste your time, because I'm sure you really want to watch me cut material, right? But I am going to cut the first one just so that you see how I do it a little bit quicker. So I'm going to need 15, and I'll tell you why in a few minutes, rolls of mesh, and I'm going to use 3 different colors. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. So I need 5 cuts of each color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this out starting at my numero uno on my cutting mat, roll it over here, get my purple, put that on top because we're gonna work harder. No, we're gonna work smarter, not harder. I mean, I guess we could work harder, but no, I meant to say we're gonna work smarter, not harder. And then we're going to put the gold on top of that. And we are going to let this all out here. So I'm gonna cut this about anywhere between 30 and 33 inches. It doesn't have to be exact. You're not going to get graded on this, I promise. And the reason why I say between 30 and 31, because if your mesh is the better quality mesh, it's denser, you don't need as much length to see the color. If you get your value mesh, and there's nothing wrong with value mesh, if you're going to use value mesh, you see how it's kind of like cotton, the thread count. You see how wide that is? So it takes more material in order to see the color. So it ends up not really being so much value after all, because you're using more of the material. This green is really cute. Look at that. It has this little tin foil, I guess, foil here at the edges. So I like that. Okay, so that's what I did for my mesh, and we just separate them out into, I'll do that later. We'll separate them out into 3 different rolls here, okay? So let's now get our painter's stick and prep that for our swag. And these are cute, but it doesn't matter what color you have. If you have white, use it. You're not gonna see it. We're gonna make this so full that you won't see it. These are just cute because I happen to have them, so I thought it was cute to use them. But all right, let's get started. So these are my hands. I'm gonna use these to gauge. You can see kind of like the width of my fingers. I'm gonna use 3 fingers on each end. Okay, so 3 fingers from this end, and I'm going to take my Chanel stem pipe cleaner, place it beneath my painter's stick, get my little 3 fingers. So I'm very exact with my measurements, 3 fingers. And I'm just gonna put that underneath that, and then I am going to get the Chanel stem on the edge and just tie it about 2 or 3 times, okay? So I have this. I'm gonna do that 2 more times, and I'm gonna have this edge, and then I'm gonna have one popping up right in the middle, okay? So, we already know where the 3 fingers are. And I am going to kind of just measure it so that the lengths are a little similar, okay? Get it right next to the other Chanel stem. And there you go. Can you see that? I have 2. Now I'm gonna do the middle one. And I don't know why I'm doing these colors, because I don't know if this is a color I'm gonna do the mesh with. I'm not gonna be that exact because I don't have time for that. I have 3 little kids that I have to go get ready for bath and bed in a minute, so. Okay, so we're gonna do the other end, 3 fingers from the edge. Do the same thing over again. Two, 3. And we're gonna tie it about 3 times. 2, 3, and the center. Okay, so we have on each end, we have 3, 3. Now we're gonna get the center of our, it doesn't have to be exact, you can measure it if you want, but just eyeball the center. And we're gonna put 3 more little legs here in the center, And then once we have that center, we're going, which is gonna be about right here, we're gonna do half of that again and do 3 more right here. And then half of that again on the other side and do 3 more right there. So we're gonna end up with a total of 5 little sets of 3 legs, okay? So let's just eyeball it and do that over again. Okay, so this is what our little contraption, our wreath base looks like. Okay, we have 5 and each one has 3. So these little legs, I call them legs because they're like little V's. We're gonna use them, or arms, I guess. We're gonna use them to wrap our mesh and our ribbon into, okay? So we have, let's get some of our mesh here. So we have these 3, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to alternate our colors all throughout, if you like, or if you want to keep it the same color, whatever pattern you want to do. I'm going to alternate them. So what we're going to do is get our mesh, and we're going to do the croffle method. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that you can do it. This is how I normally do it. I just roll in from the edge. I just roll in, and then I just walk it in. And then I have this, I'm gonna tuck that in there. I have this funny looking butterfly. So I am going to put this way. So if this is our stick's gonna go like this, right? Vertical on the door. I'm gonna put it, the first one up here, vertical, right in the center. And I'm gonna wrap it around once, twice, okay? So that's the first one. So this is what it looks like so far. Okay, don't worry. It's gonna look full, I promise. You're like, that does not look like it's full. It will be. So we're gonna do the same thing all the way down here. I'm gonna alternate colors, so you can alternate them however you want, or you can keep them all like this. So I'm just gonna keep alternating one color at a time. All right, so I'm gonna get my little bunch here. And then do our croffle. Put in an extra side, and then now we're gonna put our gold first on the edge. Tie it once, twice. Okay. And then the next color is going to be green. Roll our little cigar. So I'm in Texas, and Mardi Gras is big down here. I know it's big in Nolens in Louisiana, but I'm wondering if it's big anywhere else in the country. Now, I've sold Mardi Gras wreaths to different parts of the country for my Etsy shop. That's where this is gonna go on sale once it's done. So I don't know if those are people that were from the South, you know, from Louisiana, from Texas, and they move there, or if they celebrate Mardi Gras in other parts of the country. So if you are watching this and you're from another state other than Louisiana and Texas, Let me know, do you guys celebrate Mardi Gras in your state? Is that like a big deal? Do you know what it is? I've always wondered that. Now, if you have a wreathing business or you want to start a wreathing business and you don't do Mardi Gras where you're from, but you're shipping wreaths, so you have like an Etsy store, Shopify, you know, wherever, these sell. So even if you don't celebrate Mardi Gras in your area, people will buy these from other parts of the country. So I would make them anyway. Okay, so what we can do, because they get all wound up, is just kind of separate and make sure that they're not running into each other. So that's what it looks like so far, okay? I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm not gonna bore you. I'm gonna be doing this all the way to the end, just alternating colors. And I'll be back once I'm done, all right? Okay, so this is what, see how big it is? I have to scoot back. This is what we have now. We're not done. So now what we're going to do is turn my hot glue gun on. Now what we're going to do is put our ribbon. So I did cut my materials, like I said, on my YouTube channel. And I made sets that I was going to use. So I'm going to do this green with this, and I have 5 of them because I'm going to alternate. Since we have 5 sets of legs, we're going to put ribbon on the left side and on the right side. So we need 10 sets of ribbon. So I'm going to do that set, and I'm going to do this together as a set. Now, I did cut my ribbon to 14 inches. So each piece of ribbon is 14 inches long, okay? And so this is my bottom. This is going to be my top. So I'm going to start. Okay, I'm going to line them up. Make sure the smaller one is in the center. And then I'm going to fold it in half. And then just kind of pinch it in the middle. And I'm going to pinch it and arrange it so that it's a V. See that? It's like a little bat. And then I'm going to take the same chenille stems that I tied our mesh with. I'm going to open that up. So I'm going to add that center part, and I'm going to tie it right where I pinched it in the center. Okay. And I'll fluff my ribbon out later. It's gonna get all wrinkled up anyway, so we'll do that later. And then if you want to start on both sides, go down on one edge, start on the other side. Let's just keep going down this side. Now we're gonna take our next set, same thing, fold it in half, pinch it, and we have our little V. And we're gonna get the chenille stems from the outer mesh cruffle and open that up, which is why I only do like 2 or 3 ties, because we're gonna use those ties again. And just squeeze that in there. 1 tie, 2 tie. Okay. And then I'm gonna just keep going down, alternating our ribbon patterns on the left side, and then I'm gonna start on the right side, exactly how I did these first ones, okay? So I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so that's, let me scoot it back. You see how big it is? That is our base so far. Isn't that big? Isn't that pretty? So I alternated the ribbon pairs on each side. Okay, now if you want to do the same, I alternated here and here. If you want to do the same patterns on top, bottom, up to you. But look how pretty that looks. Okay, so now I want to make a bow. So I'm gonna scooch this out of the way and let's make a bow. I am kind of running short on my material, on some of my materials. Look how pretty this purple is. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna get our zip ties, and so I am gonna do a bow tutorial on another video. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it on this one, but I'm gonna get my towel. I made it about 10 inches. Okay, and then this is really flimsy, so it's hard to tell on this one. I'm gonna make a loop. And I can look and gauge how big I want it. That's a good size. So I don't really measure, I just kind of eyeball it. But if you want to measure, that's about an 8-inch loop. So this is our tail. This is our loop. We're going to join it here. Then from the back, I go from the back to the front, and every wreath maker has their own way of making their wreaths. So we all do it different. This is how I do it. I'm gonna go from the back to the front, and this is so flimsy, hold on. Back to the front, and then pinch it in the middle. Okay, and I'm just gonna measure it like this. Are the loops about the same? If you want to measure it this way, you can do that also. And just measure it like this. Are they equal? Okay. And they look about equal. So that's the first one. And we said we're going to do green as our next one. This is really glittery, so I love it for Mardi Gras, but it gets everywhere in your craft room. You can cut the tails now or wait until later. I'll go ahead and cut them now. So everyone in my house knows not to use my ribbon scissors. I have normal paper scissors, household scissors, and ribbon scissors. And it is very serious that you do not touch my ribbon scissors or use them for anything other than ribbon. Because I will get very ugly. My head starts turning. It keeps your ribbon, when you cut it, from fraying. That's why you don't mess with the crafter's scissors. Okay, so we're gonna do, I hope I have enough here, a loop-de-loop, but it's gonna be a smaller loop than the first one. So it's the same thing, get our tail, pinch it in the middle here. Then we're going to make our loop. Get the back part, roll it to the front, pinch it again, and then measure it. That's about right. And then you have your tail. So let's cut that. So far, this is what our bow looks like. Okay. Next, we can do this one. We don't actually have enough to make another wreath with it, so we might, oops, see, this is all I have left. So let's see if we have enough. Let's do our tail. Let's make a loop. We're gonna make each loop as it goes forward. I work from the back to the front, a little bit smaller than the ribbon and the loop before it. Okay, so here it is, taking form, looking cute. So far, this is what our ribbon looks like. So now we have this ribbon, which I really like, and I'm so sad this is all I have left. And we're gonna pinch it where our tail is, loop it like this, loop, bring it from the back to the front to make a loop. All right, that so far is our bow. Now this cute, adorable, I love this one. Isn't this adorable? That's gonna go in the very front, and I'm gonna make that a wee bit longer because I'm gonna curl the tails on this one, okay? And this one can be the shortest loops because it's in the very front, and we don't wanna hide all the pretty ribbon behind it. So we made a loop, now we're gonna go front, back to front, measure our loops, and then cut our ribbon. And that is our bow. We will fix it once we put it on because we will squish it once we try to put it on. So don't worry if the loops are like wonky right now. We will fix all of that. We will make our tails look nice and pretty. Beauty is a process. Okay, so I'm going to take a chenille stem, put it in the back, and then I'm going to take a zip tie. And I am going to secure this with the zip tie, and before I secure it, I'm gonna get my finger unstuck. Before I secure it, I'm gonna make sure that my ribbons in the front aren't curled the wrong way, that they're where I want them to be. Because once I zip tie this baby, that's it. It's not going anywhere. So I'm gonna roll in everything to make sure it looks nice. Put it in. Double check one last time. Yes, everything is where it needs to be. And then close this baby in. Okay. We're not gonna fluff it yet because it's still gonna get all wonky as we try to tie it in. So make sure it's nice and tight. Don't use scissors. I use, I don't know what these are called, bolt cutters. I use those. Okay, so let's get our chenille stem. Can you see? our Chanel stem, and we're gonna tie it onto our swag. Man, it's glitter. Woo! That green ribbon. So we're gonna put it right about here. And we're gonna get our Chanel stems, where I'm actually gonna add another one because I just don't feel like fighting with it. So I'm going to get a Chanel stem and just tie it, secure it to the one attached to the bow, just to give me more room, because that's a lot of material to fight through. Okay, I'm gonna do that on the other side as well. I guess I could do a purple. Again, this is just because I'm gonna make it easier on myself. I don't wanna fight. I'm gonna pick my battles, y'all. Pick your battles. So we added those extra Chanel stems. Now, we're just gonna go through all this mesh and secure it to the back. And we're gonna tie it back there. Nice and tight so that it does not fall off. Okay. We're still gonna mess it up, so I'll fluff it out. So this is it so far. Okay. And we can roll our ribbon, give it some love, some TLC. It's been in a spool for all of its adult life, and it finally gets to stretch and show its beauty. So I'm gonna massage it, give it some love, and then roll it up again. And we'll leave that rolled up for now. But this kind of gives it volume. So we'll just roll that, put it to the side. And then that way I can get to the ones underneath. And again, roll them. You can talk to them, tell them how pretty they are and how beautiful they're gonna make your wreath and your front door. And then these here, we can just kind of unwind here. Isn't that pretty already? Okay. So now we're going to be adding our fun stuff, okay? So I have this cute little mask, and I'm going to I'm gonna squeeze that in our mesh here. And this is fighting. We're fighting the mesh, so that it's there at the top. I think that's cute. Okay, you see that? All right. So we're gonna do that. And we have, so I'm actually gonna put you guys in an overhead view so you can see better. So I'll be right back. Okay, now that we have our mesh where we wanted, let's place our mask where we want it. I like that right there, so I'm just going to put some hot glue. Right there. Hold it for a sec. And then the other side, can glue it more towards up here. Do not put your fingers behind there. I've lost many a fingerprint doing that. So the glue will keep it just fine. And then we can glue that right there. Kind of put some weight on that so that it glues to our mesh, and leave that on there. Okay, so this is what we have thus far. We'll fix our bow at the end, like I said. Let's add this purple mask right here. So let's glue our purple mask right where we want it. We'll just glue it directly to our mesh. Okay, then we can, I think the purple looks better. We'll add our thing I can't pronounce right here. We'll just glue the back of that. Put that on there, something with some weight. And then I have these cute little gold balls we're gonna put throughout our wreath, our swag. I'm so used to saying wreath, our swag. And now I look like I left a 70s discotheque with all the glitter I have on me. Okay, we'll put that ball right there. Just glue it in there. And the great thing about Mardi Gras, I think, Mardi Gras and Halloween, but more so Mardi Gras, is that you can do anything and it really looks great because there isn't, like, it's kind of chaotic, right? It's fun, it's flamboyant, it's opulence. So that looks cute right there. Let's see if we can add, let me look at it, a ball on this side. Yeah, right there, I think would look great. Just add our glue. I'm a bit trigger happy when it comes to the glue. I probably use more than I need to, so you don't have to waste as much as I do. I don't know, I just worry it's gonna fall off. So let me show it to you upright, how it looks. But I think this came out super cute. Okay, I'm gonna switch the camera one more time. Okay, so this is our final product. Look how full. I told you it would be very full, very thick, full of beautiful ribbon, mass, little embellishment balls. We didn't even have to add that much for this wreath to have this much volume. Look how big it is. All from a painter's stick. So if you guys enjoyed this tutorial, please leave me a thumbs up. Tell me where you're watching from. Give me some ideas of what you'd like me to show you to create next. All right, guys, please hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.